we got a mixed bag from Wemby early in the summer league, on and off the court,
Yeah.
and now he is shut down for the rest of the summer, and he's avoiding the media for the next few months. A little concerning, right? When LeBron came into the league, he embraced the hype. Is Wemby showing signs that he isn't ready for the expectations?
Well, no one would be ready for these expectations. And they're unfair expectations. I don't care so much that he's not going to play the rest of Summer League. That's not a big shocker to me. And I also don't care that he's going to try to avoid the media for the next couple months to kind of reset and then get, the last couple months of maybe privacy. And I don't even know if he's going to have privacy, but then he might have for the rest of his life. So none of that bothers me. But on the court, don't say I didn't warn you. And so his first game ever in Summer League, he was objectively really bad offensively, still made some nice defensive plays. His second game in Summer League, he was very objectively very good offensively and made some very nice defensive plays. But in the 48 hours between the two games, or 24 hours, 36 hours, whatever it was, yeah, it was 48 hours. There was a really weird thing that happened on the internet, which was the most clear-cut, obvious, straw man arguments being batted down by people in sports media. I couldn't go 30 minutes without seeing a tweet from someone, one of my colleagues or someone in sports media saying, oh my God, oh, so now Wemby's a bust. A guy can't have one bad summer. No one. There was literally nobody that after the first game was like, look, he sucks. That take did not exist in nature, yet folks were demanding everyone calm down and not have that take that literally no one had. It was a really weird, Princess Bride style, I know what you know, what I know, what you know type of thing going on when it flatly wasn't going on. And what is true is that those of us who watched him, and it's not like I was watching a ton of French basketball, but consuming, I would say, more than just the average basketball fan. And those of us that followed him over the last 18 months, I think most of us were not shocked that offensively, this young man is going to have a lot of work to do. He is not a knockdown shooter, no matter how pretty the stroke looks and how good of a free throw shooter he is. He is a good ball handler, very good ball handler, great ball handler for someone his size. But still at 7'5", if you're trying to dribble in traffic, you are going to have the ball taken from you somewhat. And he wants to play out on the perimeter, which can be devastating, but also is going to mean he's going to have some really rough offensive nights until and unless he starts to develop a consistent jump shot. None of that is shocking. None of that. Now, how bad he looked Friday night was a little surprising, but it's a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations. He hasn't played in a couple months. And then he bounced back with a great game Monday. But this was why I was begging people to accept the possibility that if this guy turns into a better version of Anthony Davis, a great defensive player who can be a 30-point-a-game guy at some point in his career, I begged people, and I will continue to not have that outcome be looked at as a failure. But we are already past that. Because we had, who was it that said it? A guy I like a lot Kenny Smith came out recently and said he's going to be league MVP within 4 years. That I don't see. Not saying it's impossible, but that is not a fair expectation. Now, Shaq didn't win within 4 years, but Shaq was that level of player. But, and I screwed this up on the podcast a few weeks ago, Shaq played multiple years of college. Kareem obviously was MVP in year 2. Kareem played 4 years of college. LeBron almost won MVP in year 3. He's not LeBron. So, defensively, he is going to be instantly excellent because of his length and ability to alter shots. Offensively, if he is hanging out on the perimeter, he is going to have a lot of ups and downs. And if he is going to play down low, where his size would be its biggest edge, he's probably going to have to gain a little bit of weight. So I'm not out on Wemby. Nobody right now is out on the guy. But demanding he walk into the league and be a force is unrealistic, unfair, and you shouldn't have needed to see a couple games of Summer League to believe that. I get the upside. But a guy who's going to night in, night out be more impactful on the offensive end is the kid who went number 3, Scoot. Scoot, I believe, is going to win Rookie of the Year. Scoot, I believe, is going to play more games. Scoot, even though he suffered the kind of odd, random shoulder injury, is going to be the healthier of them, certainly early on. And Scoot's upside, obviously, is not what Wemby's is. But in the short term, Scoot's game offensively will translate better and easier to the NBA. But it was so frustrating seeing these folks say, who's going to be the one? That was the other thing. People were like, who's going to be the hot take artist to come out and call Wemby a bust? People were wanting these takes to exist that did not exist. But go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Okay. But there is, just for whatever it's worth, I wouldn't find it more ridiculous if someone came out and said, I don't believe in him. I don't think he's going to be that good. I don't find that more ridiculous than the almost conventional wisdom take, which is he is the greatest prospect in the history of the sport. I don't agree with that. I think there are too many questions about what his offensive game will be and too many very fair concerns about his health because we have literally never seen a guy his size have a long, injury-free career. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.